Hello, I am so excited to welcome you to Honeybee Wellness's very first In the Kitchen with Melissa video series. So this is a brand new playlist, if you will, on our YouTube channel that's going to be all about making cooking easy and simple. I totally get when you're feeling anxious, it's the end of the day, you don't know what to cook, you're feeling overwhelmed. It's super easy to just kind of be like, oh, I'm just gonna go get takeout, or I'm just gonna order a pizza. Well, I tell you what, I get there, I've been there, I hear you, and I feel you. However, it is possible, I promise you, to create healthy, nutritious, delicious meals that are going to satisfy you and help you lose fat, minimize your anxiety and depression, help you have more energy, give you more mental clarity. So I am super excited to share my secrets in the kitchen that I use that I've learned over the years. Just a little bit of background. I do love cooking. I was always in the kitchen with my mom growing up. I loved baking. I have so many memories of baking boxed brownies. Yeah, remember those? And I loved doing that. I mean, I know they're still around, but I loved doing that. It was so much fun for me. And then as I got older and got on my own, I continued to cook myself. And then when I transitioned into more of a whole food eating style, I was like, ooh, goody, this is so fun. I could get my hands on new ingredients, new recipes, get more creative in the kitchen. So I'm super excited to have you here. This first episode, what I want to do is I want to share my top 6. I'm going to have 6 categories, really, kind of. But you'll see as I move along, 6 amazing pieces of kitchen equipment that will really, truly make your experience in the kitchen a lot easier and a lot less stressful. Okay, let's dive right in. First one, all-time favorite, and I did a video, a Monday morning coffee video on this already, but I'm gonna say it again. I can't say it enough, the Instant Pot. The Instant Pot is amazing. A friend of mine, like 3 or 4 years ago, can't remember how long ago, but anyways, that doesn't matter. Our slow cooker, our crock pot that my mom had given me years ago, crapped out on us. Yeah, what are you gonna do? And I love slow cooking stuff. I love slow cooking bone broth. A great chili recipe is so great. Slow cooked for like 6 to 8 hours. And a girlfriend of mine was like, get an Instant Pot. I cooked a whole chicken in it in 27 minutes. And I was like, what? No, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. So it just kept coming up and coming up again in conversation. So I thought, what the heck? They're super affordable. I think mine was $120, but you can get a smaller one for 70 or 80. Amazon has them on sale. Target has them on sale. So I highly encourage an Instant Pot. What I love most about it is it has a slow cooker option and a pressure cooker. So it's basically like 10 things in one. You could cook rice, if you do rice, multigrain, porridge. I don't know who makes porridge these days. You could steam things, which is fabulous. Soup, you can make soup. So this is a meat stew, a bean chili, poultry. Slow cook, pressure, you could adjust it. There's a manual setting, a saute setting. Saute setting is really cool when you're making like chili because you could just cook the meat in there, like the ground meat, instead of having to go over to the stovetop to do it. And you just cook it in there and voila, add your other ingredients, mix it up, turn it on. Done. So, and another thing I love about it is when we make bone broth, we simmer it for 48 hours on the slow cooker setting on low. And the recipe's on our website, melissaking.net. Go to click on the recipes tab and there's a bone broth recipe on there. But I love it because this aroma is not as strong in the house for 2 days as it is when I would cook it in the slow cooker. So that's another great thing. You still get that aroma from like, oh, there's nothing I love most than my husband walking in the door at night when he comes home from work. And this may be a total 50s like June Cleaver moment here that I'm having, but just stay with me. When he walks in the house and he's like, oh my gosh, dinner smells so good. I just love that because one of my love languages, if you will, is cooking for people. That's how I show my love. So anyways, I love that. And it's not overpowering. And so if you have roommates, anyone else in the house that's like, oh, I'm not a fan of that, don't worry about it. So Instant Pot, definitely invest in one of those. Highly, highly recommend it. The next thing is a blender, a high-powered blender. Now this may be on the bottom of your list of kitchen gadgets to get because it is a little on the pricier side. I can't remember, some of them are like $300. The Ninja's like $400 or I don't know. There are various price ranges. We love the Blendtec. Vitamix is another one, but just any kind of high-powered blender because it's really great. You know, as you could see, it has these different measurements on it. You know, this has milliliters, ounces, cups. Anyways, what I love most about it is it can handle a lot. It's an incredibly powerful blender. So it can handle hot soups in there with even chunks in it. If you like to make your own nut milk, it can handle that beautifully. We use it quite a bit. We really like making collagen protein smoothies in our house with Primal Kitchen's collagen powder. It's a great way to get that extra kind of boost of collagen for your skin, for your hair, for your nails, for your joints. It's really good for your joints. It's really great for recovery too. But I have a whole Monday morning coffee video on the benefits of collagen, bone broth, everything. So go ahead, check that out too. Okay, back to the Blendtec. So there's all these different settings on here, and this is an older version. This is one of the older models, but I still love it. And I actually had a coaching client who she invested in a Blendtec. She got a really super great deal. It may have even been like $100, you know, one of those great deals. So keep an eye out on that for that. And she's like, Melissa, I don't know how to use it. I said, you know what, girl, bring it over to my house. Because she bought it specifically for a specific reason. She didn't just buy it because I was raving about it and it had been recommended to her by other people. She bought it for a very specific reason. So she said, I don't know how to use this. Can you help me? And she brought it over and she took it out, put it on my counter, and I was like, oh, this is a newer model. But they're actually very intuitive. We figured it out together. And yeah, so that's also one of the cool things of having a health coach or a personal trainer to work with, because they likely know how to use all these cool kitchen gadgets, and I'm sure they would be more than happy to help you out virtually or in person. So, okay, moving on. This is another one of my favorite kitchen products, cast iron skillet. Now we have 3 of these. Well, one of them, this is actually a lid for a Dutch oven, but we use this one as just like regular to saute, fry stuff on it, or, you know, like fry some eggs and everything. But I love cast iron because they're really sturdy. They're super easy to clean. You don't use soap. My husband said you could use a little bit of soap, but you just use barely any because it absorbs everything. So you don't want to put it in the dishwasher, but we just have a little scraper. We scrape all the food chunks off of it. We wipe out the cooking fat. It cleans really, really well. I love it. And I feel like the food tastes better in it, honestly, because it absorbs all these flavors. And if you're a flavor person, the flavors get into the other foods that you cook. So for example, the other day I made patties on the stovetop. With grilled onions and eggs on top. So I put some cooking fat in there and I grilled some onions, some sliced onions, and then I took those out, set those aside, kept those warm, in a bowl with a cover, and then I put the patties, the frozen grass-fed beef patties from Costco, cooked those, took those off, kept those warm, whipped up a couple eggs real quick in here, and then we just layered our patties, and they were amazing. It really adds a lot of flavor to it. So, and they're heavy, they're sturdy, they last a long time. So, okay, another cooking item is a saucepan. Now, I highly recommend getting either stainless steel, which that's what this one is. This was a gift from some friends years ago, which I love. Thank you again. And I love this because it has a glass lid. It's 3-quart. It has pour spouts on it. And it has these little holes in it. So if you're like cooking something and you need to, like boiling vegetables or pasta, if you cook pasta, hard-boiled eggs, you could use this, keep the lid on, and just gently drain the water over the sink. So it's really, really handy. So stainless steel is really, really great. It is a little bit on the pricier side, but you want to avoid like the Teflon, because those have the chemicals in it, and when you cook on it, those chemicals get into your food, which is no bueno. We don't want that, because we're avoiding food with chemicals in it and then cooking real food, whole nutrient dense food, but then the chemicals have a way of sneaking back in. They're sneaky little boogers, those chemicals. So anyway, you can also get a ceramic coated saucepan, which those are amazing. Those last a long time as well. They're really sturdy. So those are great too, a ceramic. Okay, next is food storage containers. I love food storage containers. Lately, I've been cooking a lot of extra veggies at night, or we'll have leftover taco meat from taco bowls. And I love it that I could just throw it all in here. And one day last week for lunch, I had leftover cauliflower rice from our taco bowls, leftover taco meat. I just heated that up in the microwave for a few minutes, and I cooked up 2 eggs on the stovetop in like, I don't know, less than 15 minutes. Threw those on there, and that was my lunch. It was so good, and it was super, super easy to make. So I love food storage containers. We prefer glass in our household, better for the environment, but they also don't absorb like the food as much, because sometimes when you store food in plastic containers, the plastic absorbs it, and then you put a salad in there, and then you have spaghetti sauce taste on your salad, and that may not go well. And anyways, so definitely food storage containers, and get ones that are, if you get glass, get ones that are oven safe if you can. Most of them are these days, and freezer safe. That way you could just pop things in the freezer. We do that a lot when I make big batches of homemade soup with the Blendtec and the Instant Pot. I'll just put the leftover soup in here when we're being lazy, or we're just super crunched on time. We're like, oh, what are we gonna have for dinner? We'll just take some chili or soup out of the freezer, and let it warm up and cook it up. So, okay, last thing I wanna touch on are cooking utensils. It's super, super important to have really, really great, high quality cooking utensils. So I highly encourage you, invest in this. Do not skimp. I promise you it'll be worth your money. So a few that I recommend is definitely you want to get a flipper. This is a really nice small mini flipper from Pampered Chef. Pampered Chef has really great products. I have a lot of their products, but this is really great. It's small. It kind of fits in any pan. It's great for like flipping fried eggs. Even the patties that we usually have regularly into our food, into our meal routine, flip really nicely with this. And then tongs. We use these all the time. It's nice to like saute onions or saute veggies, or one night last week we steamed broccoli and spinach, and it's really super easy just to go into the stock pot, get it out, and put it on your plate. So these are really good. Get a really great set. This set kind of locks if you want. So, and then spatulas. These are really great because they have different sizes, Pampered Chef, but they're silicone and you can really use it to like scrape out. So for example, if I, if we have leftover meat in here, like taco meat, we had taco meat a couple weeks ago and I was scraping it out to put in the leftovers and I wanted to make sure I got all the sauce. I make my own taco seasoning, recipes on the website, melissaking.net under recipes, and it's really good. So I wanted to make sure I get all the sauce. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I really love my taco seasoning. So anyways, really just scraping it and getting it all out. It works really well, but you could also use this just to stir. And you can also use this to like scoop things out. So this one isn't as big as like a regular spoon or a ladle, but it won't work for soup, but like meat and stuff, ground meat, it'll work. So, all right. I hope you got some benefit from this. I hope you learned which kitchen gadget you want to run out and buy right now. I want to know also, like, what's your favorite kitchen gadget? What makes your cooking experience in the kitchen so much easier and so much more fun? So I want to hear a comment below, and don't forget, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, subscribe below. If you know of someone who you feel could benefit from this video, please share it with them. We always appreciate that. And let me know. So from now on, we'll be doing some amazing cooking videos. We'll talk more about kitchen gadgets as I find them, cooking tips, creating a great cooking space, whatever you want to know about how I make cooking easy and fun in the kitchen. Let me know. I'm here to help. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon.